In the perverted morality that has emerged as of late, once people are categorized as victims, they are no longer held responsible for their actions, especially if their crimes are committed against Jews. This is especially common for many on the left and many that hide behind religion. No matter what crimes people categorized as victims commit, excuses will be made to deny, excuse, or justify their crimes. On October 7th, 2023, Hamas and Islamic Jihad murdered, wounded, kidnapped, burned alive, beheaded, disemboweled, paraded around the bodies of naked, murdered women to be defiled, spat upon, and beaten by crowds in Gaza, including children. Women and young girls were raped and murdered. Women were raped by multiple men and then murdered. Some women were raped and then had their breasts cut off. One woman was raped by multiple men, and then the last rapist shot her in the head while still raping her. After raping, kidnapping, murdering, beheading, burning alive, mutilating, wounding, and killing thousands, Hamas and Islamic Jihad then returned to Gaza to hide in their multi-billion-dollar terror tunnels, using the civilians and children of Gaza as the human shields, knowing full well Israel would have to respond to their atrocities. The anti-Israel crowd does not see human beings in Israel. It makes excuses for the rapists and murderers. People throughout the world, by the hundreds of millions, live in far worse conditions than Gaza and do not go out and rape and murder. Hundreds of millions live in dire poverty without the permanent welfare safety net the UN and others provide to Gaza. Nothing in the world justifies raping women, raping girls, raping anyone. Nothing in the world excuses sexually abusing other people. Nothing in the world excuses or justifies deliberately murdering, mutilating, torturing, raping, kidnapping. Millions are making excuses for the rapist. Millions are denying and even justifying rape, mutilation, torture, murder. It is not always clear, the line between good and evil. This is one of the times where the line is very clear. It is not necessary to like Israel or to support Israel. It is necessary to be on the side of good and what is right. And by doing this, is to never excuse, ignore, deny, justify, and support any of the rapists, mutilators, and murderers of the world. It is despicable that when the raping and murdering occurs against black Muslims in Darfur by Arab militias, or in places in the Congo region, or in Yemen, Iran, Syria, or in Myanmar, or in many other places in the world, there is silence, there is acceptance, there is ignoring. Because if there's not a way to blame Israel, no one cares, with few exceptions. There are no protests, there are no marches. When it comes to the raping, murdering, mutilating, torturing, beheading, burning alive committed by Hamas and Islamic Jihad on October 7th, there is more than just silence. There is denial and justifications made for the rapists, murderers, mutilators. There is even the demonic call by many for more raping, mutilating, kidnapping, and murdering as long as it is against the Jew. No one forces grown men and teenagers to rape women and girls and children, no matter how much they are considered victims of Israel, society, or anything else. If human beings cannot agree on the simplest things, that raping, kidnapping, torturing, beheading, burning alive, mutilating, and murdering is always wrong, no matter who are the victims, and that no matter who are the perpetrators, and regardless of how much they are considered victims, they never have the right to rape, kidnap, burn alive, behead, mutilate, and murder with no exceptions ever. If even this cannot be agreed upon, then there is no hope for humanity.